welcome back to my kitchen. Today I am going to be making my absolute favorite Doubletree chocolate chip cookies. If you've ever stayed at a Doubletree Hotel by Hilton, then you know what cookies I'm talking about. They're the ones that they give you at the reception desk, and they're always so warm and ooey gooey. So while coronavirus was going on, the Hilton Hotel actually released this recipe online, which I don't think they've ever done before because nobody could stay at their hotels. So I thought, oh my God, I have to make these. So I made them. They were a huge hit. They were so good. And then I made them again, but I made a few tweaks to them. And I think I actually kind of prefer them now after like the adjustments that I made. So I'm here to share that recipe with you. I will link everything down below along with the recipe and all the directions. So let's get started. So for this recipe, you are going to need a stand mixer. If you don't have a stand mixer, you can use a handheld like mixer blender thingy. That should be just fine, but stand mixer will be your best friend for this. So in this bowl here, I have 1 cup of butter, and I've got 3/4 of a cup of brown sugar and 3/4 of a cup of white sugar. And I'm just gonna go ahead and pop that onto my KitchenAid. And we're gonna cream that together. So I'd say about 5 or 6 minutes until everything looks nice and fluffy. Right, so my butter and sugar are nicely creamed together. Next, I'm gonna add in 2 large eggs at room temperature, and I'm gonna add them one at a time, mixing each one fully before I add the next one. So here we go, first egg, cracking it straight into the bowl. And now egg number 2. Always make sure to scrape down the sides of your bowl after you add in your eggs, because you want to make sure that all of your butter and sugar and your eggs get fully incorporated and you don't leave any bits out. All right, so our eggs are fully incorporated. Now we're going to go ahead and add in 1.5 teaspoons of vanilla extract and 1/4 teaspoon of lemon juice. And now go ahead, whiz that together. Right, so now that that is all combined, in this bowl here, I've got all of my dry ingredients. So we have 2 1/4 cups of all-purpose flour, 1 cup of rolled oats. Now for my oats, the recipe by Hilton calls for old-fashioned rolled oats, but I like to use these whole oats. I just like the texture of these better in cookies and in baked goods. So I've gone for that, but you can go for either or. And then in here, I also have 1 teaspoon of baking soda, 1 teaspoon of salt, and 1/2 teaspoon of ground cinnamon. Now, again, in the Hilton recipe, they don't put 1/2 teaspoon of ground cinnamon, but I just felt like I love the taste of cinnamon in my chocolate chip oatmeal cookies, and a little bit more never hurts. So what I'm gonna do now is just mix this together so it's all fully combined. And then I am going to gradually add my dry mix to my wet ingredients, keeping my mixer on a low speed so that I don't end up wearing all the flour. Now that my flour has all been incorporated, I'm going to add in my chocolate chips and my nuts. So I'm using 1 1/4 cup of chopped and lightly roasted walnuts and pecans. Now, I normally like to use just pecans, but I didn't have enough, so I had to sub it with 1/2 walnut, 1/2 pecan. You can do full walnut, just like the Hilton Hotel does, or you can do pecans, whatever you prefer. I toasted these lightly on a dry frying pan over the stove, super low heat, and then just chopped them up and let them cool. So that's 1 1/4 cups of chopped nuts that I'm gonna be now adding in. And then in this bowl here, I have these Nestle Toll House dark chocolate chunks. These are 70% dark chocolate. Now the Hilton recipe calls for, I think, a little over 2 cups, but I felt like that was too much chocolate, so I'm using 1 cup of these dark chocolate chunks. And now we're just gonna let that mix. So now that my cookie batter is ready, I'm gonna preheat my oven to 300 degrees, and I'm gonna start scooping these out onto a baking tray, and then I'm gonna freeze my cookie dough and then pop it in the oven so that they don't overspread and get too thin. I like them when they're still a little bit thick and a little bit chunky so that they're nice and ooey gooey in the middle. Now, I like using a cookie scoop when I make my cookies because this way every cookie comes out exactly the same size, they bake at the same time, and they just look really nice and even. So I got this cookie scoop off of Amazon, and I can link it down below for you too. But if you don't have one of these, you can just go ahead and use a couple tablespoons. All right, my oven is preheated and my trays are ready. So I've just gone ahead and scooped out some cookies onto a baking tray. And now I'm gonna pop these in the freezer for about 5 or 6 minutes and then directly into the oven so that they don't spread out too much and they stay nice and thick and ooey gooey in the middle. My cookies are done. These smell amazing. My entire kitchen smells like roasted nuts, cinnamon, and like just chocolatey baked goodness. These are so perfect. They came out exactly how I wanted them to. Nice and soft in the middle. And they actually taste better than what I remember. So, you guys have to try this recipe out at home. They're so good. They bring back so many memories. And who doesn't love chocolate chip oatmeal cookies, right? So good. Don't forget to like, follow. I'll have my YouTube channel up very soon, so pretty soon you can subscribe. Also starting a website where I'll list all of my recipes, how to make them, everything will be on there, so that's coming too. So stay tuned, guys. Thanks so much for watching. Enjoy, and we'll talk to you soon.